Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Over the next 10 days, as we get into early next week, we're going to watch temperatures begin to cool across the prairie as this area of very cold temperatures, centered across parts of Alaska and northwestern Canada, slowly starts to sink to the southeast and take hold over some of the prairie provinces here. Alberta, Saskatchewan, especially northern areas, they're experiencing some very colder temperatures. We'll talk about what the timing looks like and what those temperatures look like in reality here across some select cities as we go through this video. We're also going to watch a continued active pattern here with a strong subtropical or a strong split flow across the Pacific Ocean, with the jet stream doing something like this as it goes around it, blasting western Canada with precipitation. The subtropical jet stream then coming up from the Pacific Ocean into the southern U.S., leading to a very active and stormy pattern across the eastern third of the U.S. But in the prairie, we have to talk about a couple opportunities for some snow, and we will go through those here in just a moment. Looking at the satellite picture across North America, we can see what I just drew, that strong northern branch of the jet stream bringing moisture, cloud cover to parts of the Pacific Northwest, parts of western Canada, and then the strong subtropical jet stream right now bringing a whole lot of moisture to parts of the southeastern U.S. As we look at the radar, we have some snow making its way across parts of Alberta, and that's going to spread its way north and east as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours. Some snow falling this Friday morning across parts of Calgary, probably some light snow eventually in Medicine Hat, and then Edmonton. You'll begin to see that snow as we head through the midday on this Friday. We'll take a look at the high-resolution precipitation forecast here first across the prairie. This from the high-resolution Canadian model. Watching that snow as we wake up on Friday morning, emerging across central and northern Alberta. As we head into the overnight hours, that snow spreads north across northern Alberta. And then by the time we get to Saturday morning, seeing some of that snow north of Highway 16 and parts of central and northern Saskatchewan. So slowly making its way off to the north and to the east. Areas north of Highway 16 in Saskatchewan, seeing some of that snow as we head through the day hours on Saturday. As we head off to the south and to the east, perhaps parts of central Manitoba seeing some of that snow late in the day Saturday into Saturday night. Winnipeg could pick up some of that snow as we head into Saturday night as well. So instead of starting with the upper level jet stream pattern, I'm going to show you the response at the surface. We already covered the fact we've got an area of high pressure off the coast here in the Pacific Ocean. Split flow around that, bringing a strong flow ashore here across western Canada, parts of the northwest U.S., and then on the south side, we have the subtropical jet stream that comes screaming in here to the southwestern U.S. So we are going to watch rounds of moisture being kind of pumped in across western Canada into the prairie, bringing opportunities for precipitation across this region, and then the reloading of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico across the southeast and eastern United States. That's something we'll be watching here over the next 7 to 10 days as well. So those are our two corridors of activity as we head through the next week. And here you can see it. Now we begin to play it. You see each round of moisture being pumped in from the Pacific Ocean here. And then you're seeing the activity off across the southeastern U.S. as well. A way that makes a little more sense to us intuitively, we'll look at the precipitation forecast from the European model, bringing it back to this weekend, watching first the snow emerging across parts of central and northern Alberta during the day today into the overnight. As we head into the day on Saturday, watching that snow spread from parts of northern Saskatchewan into central and southern Manitoba. In Winnipeg, we could see some of that snow as early as late Saturday night. More likely, we see some light snow falling as we head into Sunday morning and midday Sunday. That big storm system exits the prairie here by the time we get to Sunday night. We'll then watch a couple less organized systems make their way across the prairie here as we head into early next week, bringing the chance for some light accumulating snow as well. Perhaps a more organized system here moving across southern portions of the prairie as we get into the Wednesday timeframe. The timing on each of these little weaker, more subtle impulses is going to be a little less clear, so really we'll call it, this Friday through Sunday snow across areas to the north, and then as we head into the early week period, that's when we could see some light snow off to the south across primary portions of the prairie. Now we're talking light snow as we head south of Highway 16. You can kind of do the same thing here on each of our ensemble models. North of Highway 16, that's where we're talking anywhere from 5 to 15 centimeters of snow. The Calgary area here in that 5-ish centimeter threshold. And then as you head south toward the U.S. border, anywhere between the U.S. border and Highway 16, that's where we're talking about a trace to 5 centimeters of snow as we get into the primary prairie region. Again, that primarily falling here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with some of that light snow shower activity possible. Temperatures, again, we're going to be transitioning to a cooler pattern. Here is that area of cooler air As we get started this weekend, warmer than average temperatures across the prairie right now, but as I play this loop over the next 10 days, you're going to see that cooler air begin to sink into the prairie, and that means changes here temperature-wise across the prairie. Looking at temperatures at some select cities, then Edmonton, again, warmish through the weekend, at least above average, trailing off as we head into early next week. Those high temperatures above freezing as we talk about Saturday's high temperature, and then below freezing as we head through the remainder of the week. High temperatures dipping down to around the negative teens, negative 15 possible by the time we get to Thursday of next week. Looking at Calgary, hovering around zero as we head through the weekend into early next week, but then really falling off as we again get into that Wednesday, Thursday time frame. High temperatures by the time we get to Thursday and Friday of next week around negative 10. Saskatoon, a similar pattern, warming as we head into the weekend, cooling as we exit the weekend. High temperatures around negative 10 to negative 12 as we head through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cooler than that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. Regina, a very similar story here. High temperatures above zero on Saturday, dropping back below zero Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into the negative 15 range Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then as we look at Winnipeg, some opportunities for some light snow and temperatures dropping off dramatically as we head into the next work week. Negative 11 for the high on Monday, hovering around negative 15 for the highs as we head through the rest of the week with overnight lows around negative 20 to negative 25. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Monday morning ag forecast video. I'll be back to talk about the Canadian prairie on Monday morning as well. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a fantastic weekend.